everyone, it's Mariah and I am bringing to you guys a DIY video. I'm going to show you guys how I distressed and made this just basic black t-shirt with this really cool little print on it into this very edgy, vintage, distressed shirt. So if you guys want to see how I did this, make sure to keep on watching. Bleach, a spray bottle, rubber gloves, scissors, a marker, a ruler, and of course your t-shirts. So I'm first going to measure out my cutting lines for the cutout. So I'm using a marker and a ruler just to kind of get an idea of how deep I want the cutout to be. And then I also want each line to be symmetrical so that the cutout is equal on each side. So this just really helps with the cutting process. So you guys can decide how deep or high you want that to be. So next is to cut out the measured lines. So I'm just using the scissors just to cut out that inner fabric, and this can be a little tricky, but don't worry if the lines aren't perfectly straight. If they're a little bit, if they're a little bit like tethered or a little bit off kilter, that's okay because it adds to the distressed look. And also remember not to cut out your collar because we're going to want to keep that collar for our cutout. So once you are done with that, there you have it, the cutout, looking good. So next we're going to start distressing, and this is the fun part. So I'm first adding some holes to my shirt, and then I'm also going to be using the scissors to kind of scrape the fabric to make it look more aged. So you guys can kind of play around with techniques that you like. I also decided to cut off the sleeves of my shirt because I just liked that look and I think it adds to the edginess of it. But you guys can decide whatever you want to do with your own shirt. This was also in the men's section, so it was a little bit, the sleeves were a little longer than my liking, so I just liked that the sleeves would be cut off so that they could look a little bit better on me. A couple techniques that you can do to make holes into your shirt is one, you can take one of the blades of the scissors and just poke it through, but make sure you're careful with the scissors not to hurt yourself. Another technique that you can do is you can bunch up the fabric like I'm doing here and then just cut a slit out of the fabric to make a hole. And I decided to make the holes in my shirt a little bit on the smaller side, but if you wanted to stretch them out and make them bigger, go for it. I also added holes on the back because I want it to look distressed all over the shirt. Now it's time for bleach. Make sure that you're covering your workspace with either paper bags or plastic bags, or maybe doing this outside on the grass. And also remember to wear gloves to protect your skin. So I picked up this little spray bottle from Target in the travel section, and I filled it up with some bleach, and then I just decided to spray all over. I didn't really have any rhyme or reason for where I was spraying. I just wanted that distressed look everywhere on the shirt. But you guys can decide kind of how much lighter you want the shirt to be or how much you want to add of the bleach. I also did some bleach on the other side too, and I let this sit for about 30 minutes, and as you can see it got really light, so the longer you let it sit, the lighter it's going to get. And then that was my finished look that I wanted, so now it's time to rinse out the bleach. So this took about 5 minutes to rinse it out. And you just want to make sure that the water starts running clear, and that's when you know all the bleach is out. So as you can see now, it's coming out kind of red. So once it gets kind of reddish brown, so once it gets clear, then you know that all the bleach is out of the shirt. And it's also a good idea to throw your shirt into a washer and dryer just to get all of that extra bleach out and make it safe for wearing. And then once you've done all that, there you go, you have your finished shirt. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned some tips and tricks from this video on how you can distress your own t-shirts. And it's actually a lot easier than, you would think. You just need a couple of things and then you can distress away and wear your shirts to your favorite music festivals or just during the summer and springtime because it's officially spring, so that's really exciting. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in my next video. Bye!